It was a moment of sheer humiliation. The ever-charming and razor-sharp Graham Norton didn't even have to try too hard. His wit was enough to unravel the carefully curated facade of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. In a scathing public takedown, Norton dismantled the so-called power couple, exposing the glaring contradictions in their self-righteous sermons on privacy, morality, and victimhood. Harry, once a beloved prince, now sat red-faced, unable to counter the biting truths laid before him. For a man who claims to despise the media circus, he certainly has a knack for staying at its center, always as the victim, never the instigator. For years, Harry and Meghan have positioned themselves as martyrs of media intrusion. From their dramatic 2021 Oprah interview to Harry's tell-all memoir Spare, they have painted a picture of relentless persecution at the hands of the British press. But if privacy was ever truly their goal, their actions have completely contradicted their words. Let's get one thing straight. Harry and Meghan did not retreat into a quiet, private life after leaving the royal family in 2020. Instead, they embarked on a multi-million-dollar media blitz, signing lucrative deals with Netflix, Spotify, and Penguin Random House. The irony? These deals thrived on the very thing they claimed to despise: public scrutiny. They sold intimate details about their lives, feuds, and grievances, willingly dragging their own family through the mud for profit. It was Graham Norton who pointed out the absurdity of their victim narrative. With his signature humor, he remarked how the couple wanted privacy so badly they moved to LA and did a 6-part Netflix documentary about their struggle for privacy. The audience laughed because it was undeniable. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were never really seeking privacy. They were seeking control over their own narrative while cashing in on their royal titles. Harry and Meghan's brand hinges on their victimhood, yet they live in the lap of luxury, far removed from the struggles of ordinary people. Their $14 million Montecito mansion, complete with 16 bathrooms, sprawling gardens, and celebrity neighbors, stands in stark contrast to their carefully crafted image of oppression. Meghan, in particular, has cultivated an image of herself as a modern-day Diana, a wronged princess fighting against an outdated monarchy. But unlike Diana, who remained dedicated to her humanitarian causes without seeking financial gain, Meghan's activism often appears performative. From tearful interviews to Hollywood-style photo ops, every move seems meticulously calculated for maximum PR impact. Harry, on the other hand, has become the poster child of misplaced resentment. His autobiography Spare was an exercise in public self-destruction. A book so filled with petty grievances and personal betrayals that it read more like a reality TV script than the reflections of a dignified prince. Accused his own brother of physically attacking him, and even bizarrely detailed losing his virginity behind a pub. Was this an attempt at relatability, or just another cash grab? There is a difference between speaking one's truth and weaponizing victimhood for profit. Harry and Meghan have mastered the latter. When Spotify dropped their $20 million podcast deal in 2023, industry insiders revealed the brutal truth. The couple simply didn't deliver. Bill Simmons, a top Spotify executive, famously called them grifters, and it's hard to argue otherwise. Their Archetypes podcast was a bland, self-indulgent venture that failed to connect with audiences. Unlike the Oprah interview or their Netflix docuseries, which thrived on scandal, their podcast revealed their inability to engage or create anything of real substance. Graham Norton, like many in the entertainment industry, saw right through them. His critique wasn't just about their hypocrisy, it was about their lack of authenticity. He, like millions of others, had grown tired of the Sussexes' endless cycle of complaints. At what point do you stop blaming everyone else and take accountability? Perhaps the most infuriating aspect of Harry and Meghan's saga is their apparent disdain for the very institution that gave them their platform. The royal family is by no means perfect, but it provided Harry with privilege, security, and global influence. Yet, rather than using that influence for meaningful change, he has chosen to tear down his family in the most public and humiliating way possible. Harry's memoir did not just attack the British press. It took aim at his father, King Charles, and his brother, Prince William. He painted himself as a neglected, unloved spare, ignoring the fact that he was given every advantage in life, from a top-tier education to global respect. What he fails to realize is that his relevance is entirely tied to the monarchy. Without it, he is just another celebrity trying to stay in the headlines. What Graham Norton captured in his sharp critique was the growing fatigue with Harry and Meghan's never-ending victim narrative. In the beginning, the world sympathized with them, especially after the racist headlines targeting Meghan in the UK press. But sympathy has a shelf life. At some point, when the grievances never end, people stop listening. The UK polls reflect this shift. Once one of the most beloved royals, Harry's popularity has plummeted. In 2024, he was ranked one of the least popular members of the royal family, with approval ratings sinking below even Prince Andrew. That is a staggering fall from grace. Meghan fares no better, with public sentiment turning against her as well. The couple's constant lawsuits, contradictions, and PR disasters have worn down even their most ardent supporters. With their Spotify deal gone, their Netflix project underwhelming, and their public goodwill dwindling, one has to wonder, what's next for Harry and Meghan? Without their royal ties, accused his own brother of physically attacking him,